Okay, this tutorial is an attempt to recreate figure 4 because as I was testing it, I noticed that we have updated data, so it's not going to look exactly the same. So figure 4 was looking at the correlated genes with CDK4, so we go to expression core. Okay, and I believe we wanted about 200 genes. Positive direction, and that was the TCGA sarcoma dataset. Sarcoma and CDK4. Hit go. And what this will do is return the top 200 correlated genes with CDK4. So there's the list. But we also want to plot the heat map. Oh, I forgot the metadata. So let's select the metadata first before we plot the heat map. And that'll give us a list here, and I believe it was histologic diagnosis. And plot the heat. Okay. And so you notice that it's different from the paper, and the reason why is there's a lot more samples here. There's maybe like, I don't know, maybe a third more samples, and the annotation has also increased. So if you look at the original paper plot, there were only 1, 2, 3, 4 different types here, and now they've increased the annotation. Okay, so it's not going to look exactly the same. And the other issue here was that there's 3 of these that are all red, so you can't really tell what they are. So what we'll do is let's add some colors here. Let's see, light blue, light green. Do I have yellow already? Yeah. Okay. So let's change those colors so we get different colors. Otherwise we can't tell what they are. Oh, that green and those greens. Well, let's download it and see what this looks like, because, well, yeah, you can tell the light greens from the greens, but the important thing is we're looking at the reds, which is the dedifferentiated liposarcomas, versus the green greens, which is the leiomyosarcomas. Okay, and let's shrink this a little bit so it fit in this window. Okay, so we were looking for CDK4, and as you can see, there's a big cluster of the dedifferentiated liposarcomas here, and these all have high expression of the genes, and we queried for CDK4. So it's kind of hard to look at the genes this way, so let's just rotate this, and let's zoom in, because I can't see. Okay, so there's CDK4. Okay, so it's high expressed here in the reds, which is the dedifferentiated liposarcomas. Okay, and then let's look for ALK, ACVRL1. And where is it? There it is. So, where's that in relation to CDK4? Did I pass it? Yeah, pretty far away. But in general, they all have the same pattern. So here, so the conclusion of this plot is the same as the one in the paper, that CDK4 gene expression correlates with ALK1 gene expression, and it's in the dedifferentiated liposarcomas. Okay, so that's that plot. Okay, so the second part of the paper was generating this plot of CDK4 expression by ALK1 and annotating it with the CDK4 amps plus the histologic diagnosis type. Okay, so as we did in figure 3, let's reset this. We'll do an expression plot. Bottom right legend, ones are cut off. We want a short label, we want to color the label, and I think that's enough for that. Okay, so TCG sarcoma expression set, and CDV sarcoma set. CDK4 was on the X, CVR1 was on the Y. We want to plot CDK4 copy number. We need our sarcoma metadata. Okay, so we'll have to plot that the second time. Okay, so go fetch the data, make plot. So there's the plot without the metadata. So let's choose our histologic diagnosis. Submit. Later on there. So here we can see, I think we can see, there should be more data here. Right, this is the original plot. And yeah, there's more of these. But these are the differentiated liver sarcomas. So if we want to match the colors, these were blue and these were red. So let's juxtapose the red and the green color. Ooh. Let's see if that works. Who's blue? Oh, no, they're both red. Okay, so maybe we should add green as the third color. Green? Yes, it is green. Okay. Now, if you don't know what all these little abbreviations are, you can scroll down to the data table. And here, under the metahistologic diagnosis column, is the actual value. And when you plot it here, we're just taking the first 3 characters and plotting it on here. So, yeah, that's other stuff I'll explain some other time. Okay, and then, so part B now. Okay, oh, that was part B. Okay, part C, we want to see what is correlating with the CDK4 expression. So the question is, what meta values? Okay, so we're going to do expression meta. Okay, and we'll just do CDK4. And since we want to look for test all meta values, we're going to put none here. Okay, so pretend we didn't know that one was so significant. Okay, so it's gonna give you a ranking of what meta values have some significance. You can get a PDF of that. You know, look through all the different ones. Okay, there's a few. Let's go back. Document expired. Okay. Okay, so we see that this one has the most significant. So if we want to just test that one, then we can actually just go and select it if we want to Okay, so here, okay, so the plot's going to be slightly different because there's a lot more annotated types now, but still, the dedifferentiated liposarcomas are the most significant by far for CDK4. And that's what I have here. This was e to the 19. What was it? 27. So it improved with more data. That's good. And that's figure 4.